Okay, today we are going to see about the directory modules, and we have already seen some system modules. I have already mentioned that there are two different types. Of OS modules. That is, the first one is a system module and second one is a directory module. Okay, now we are going to see about the directory module. So now today I will discuss the directory modules, and after that I will there are 30 different types of directory modules, and I will discuss only the all the 30 part, and after that I will discuss only the 15 different directory modules execution, and the rest of them you should do it, and you should give me a print screen on the WhatsApp group. Then only you will get attendance. Okay. So now we can move on to the directory model. So first one is os.path.absolute path. That is, here we are going to return the values of a absolutized path of a particular file name. So now we are going to look at what do you mean by this absolute part 1, and the first this is the one that is okay. Here I have declared the file name as hello.txt. This hello.txt is already inside my folder. Okay, and here I am going to display the path name of the file name, that is the hello.txt. So that is IABS path. So now I am going to execute this code, and what will be the result? This will be the location of the particular file. So here we will get the path, that is where the file is located. Okay. Next we are going to see about the os.path.base name, that is a path. This will return the base name of the path. So base name is meant by the file name. Okay. Now we can see what will be the base name. Let me check what. Yes, that is a file name. It's a look hello.txt. So what is a file name? Hello.txt is a file name. That is the base name of a particular file. Next we are going to see about the common prefix value of a particular module. That is, what do you mean by a prefix value? Prefix value, that is common prefix value, that is the common path name that consists of so here just look here, there are three different path names. So I have given home user desktop, home user documents, and home user command. Okay, here 1 minute, downloads. Okay, this is the one. Okay, here there are three different types of paths. So here what will be the common prefix path? That is, here home is common in all the three, user is common in all the three, and desktop, documents, and downloads, that is different. So here while we are executing this code, what will happen? Here it will display as home user D, that is home is common, user is common, and D is common because the first letter is D. So it is also common. So it will display also the particular D. So suppose if I am giving this downloads as Kumar, okay, then what will be the value? Look, only home and user. So that will be the common prefix. Okay, that is the path name that is common in all the different paths. Okay, and here we are going to discuss about the more examples, that is user, local bin, and user bin. So here look at this, there is bin is common, but it is different because user is a particular module, and inside the user there is a subfolder called local, and inside the subfolder local it is called as bin. So that there the bin is inside the subfolder local and inside the main folder user. But here in the second case, the bin is inside the folder user. So here it is different. So it will display only the prefix as user, because this bin and this bin is different, because the two bins are in different subfolders. So it is not displaying the common prefix name as bin. Okay. Next, we are going to check about the directory name. It will return the directory name of the path name, that is dir name. So what do you mean by directory name? So here this is a directory. Here this is a path, and what will be the directory? User, local will be the directory. Of course, user and local will be the directory. Bin will be the any other subfolder or something like that. So that is what do you mean by a directory? Directory mean by if you are executing inside a folder, and the folder before that, whatever inside a particular, that is if you have saved a particular file inside a folder, so what will be the directory of that particular file? The folder will be the directory. So here it is also like that. അതായത് മലയാളത്തിൽ പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഇപ്പം ബിൻ യൂസർ ലോക്കൽ ബിൻ അങ്ങനെ 3 കേസ് തന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ അങ്ങനെ വരുമ്പോഴത്തേക്കും യൂസർ ആൻഡ് ലോക്കൽ വിൽ ബി ദ ഫോൾഡേഴ്സാണ്. അപ്പോൾ ആ ഫോൾഡറിൻ്റെ അകത്താണ് ബിന്ന് വെച്ചേക്കുന്നത്. അപ്പോൾ അതുകൊണ്ട് നമ്മൾ ഡയറക്ടറി ചെയ്യുമ്പോഴത്തേക്കും നമുക്ക് എന്തായിരിക്കും യൂസർ ആൻഡ് ലോക്കൽ ആയിരിക്കും ഡയറക്ടറി എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. ഓക്കെ, നെക്സ്റ്റ്. ഓക്കെ, വി ക്യാൻ ലുക്ക് അറ്റ് ദ നെക്സ്റ്റ് പാർട്ട്. This one, os.path.exit path. So here, if the path exists, then it will return a value true, and if there is not such a path exists, then it will return a value false. That is, I will show you how it works. So here, this is a path, user local bin. So here, this path is not inside my computer, so it will return it as false. I will show you. False. Okay. Suppose I am giving another path, that is a path inside my computer. Okay, this is a path inside my system, that is C users Kumar. So what will be the value? We can check. Sorry. Yes, it's written as true because this path is inside my computer. So that is inside my PC. So it will return as true. If there's such a path does not exist, then it will return as a false. The same is a working of an L exit, and it is a legitimate exit. Okay, it will create a legitimate value, that is, it will create an absolute value. Okay, this is what the os.path.lexist mean. Next one is the expand user. So here itself we have already mentioned on Unix and Windows returns the argument with an initial component as tilde or user replaced by the user's home directory. So now we can see what will be returning inside this one, that is the expand user path. So what will be returning the expand user path? Okay, whatever inside that particular file or folder, whatever is a path, it will return that particular path itself, because this is systems in Windows. Suppose if it is Unix or any other system like that, then it will display accordingly. So here we are using the Windows, so it will display the path as such. Okay, and we can move with another one. We can do with another path one. Okay, I will show you. Suppose this is a path. Okay, here they have mentioned and what will be the path here. Okay. Okay, home user and document, the same as inside, because this is a Windows system. Okay, if I have used any of the different paths, it will display the same result, it will not vary. Next one is the expand VARs, that is, this will return the argument with whether the variables, environment variables are expanded or not. Here it is not mandatory that you should use this one itself. So here this both will show you the same result, because one will be the user and another will be the expanded version of that particular user. So both will return the same value itself. I will show you how this works. Look here, this is the path and I am going to execute this one. Look, the same results, so no change in that. Okay, they don't have a particular difference, because they what they are doing their job as same. Okay, next one is the return time, that is os.path.getTime of path. So what is the time we have last accessed that particular path? That is what we are going to see. Get path, os.path getTime. Okay, os.path getTime. So here I have given my user my path, because if I am not giving this my path, then it will give me an error. Okay, so I have given the original path name itself, that is a C users Kumar. This is my path name. So if you are using your system, you should go search for the directory and look whether what is the path of yours, what is the location of yours, and after that you should execute. Okay, this is my path. So I am going to get the time of that particular path, how many times I have executed this path. That is, I cannot count this number. Okay, this is the number of times I have got. So this is how the directory modules work. Then the next one is os.path.getTempTime. So this will give the last modified path, that is what is the time, which is the time I have modified. That is, if this is 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, like that, what is the number of times that I have modified that path. So just check that one. Oh, I didn't give that one, last modified path. Okay, you can give here print os dot path dot get temp time of PTHS paths. I think the same will be the answer. Yes. Overall, around same modification method. Okay, next we can move to the next one. That is the get C type. That is the compilation time is a C type. Okay, how we are going to create, how we are going to change that one, whatever details inside the system. So this is how I'll show you. Get the C time. Okay. Print os dot path dot get C time. Okay, this is the compilation time. That is the which time this module is created and how many times it is created. What will be the particular what compilation time of that particular module. That is the particular folder. Okay, this is how the get C time works. I hope up till now this is clear. Okay, next one is the get size. So we should return the size in bytes of the path. So we should get the size. That is, here we are going to get the size of the path, that is 32,768 is the number of bytes. 32,768 bytes is the number of bytes of the particular path. Okay, next one is the get temptime. So here I have already look. Here, this is the code which I have already executed. So here I am going to execute this one once more. So here, look, the code is same. Before I have executed this one and I have got the modification of this path as different number. So here the same number as here itself, right? Okay. Next one is absolute. So next one is absolute path. That is, it will return the true if that absolute path name is correct or not. So here, what the absolute path name? This is correct. This is true. Because the path name is the similar one that I have used inside my system. So it will return the true value itself. So this is with this I am going to stop the execution, because if I am going to execute all the code, then my video will be of a bigger in length. So I am going to stop this and I am going to give you people some questions that. So up till this one I have executed. So this, after this, from this one, that is the os.path.is file, from this you should execute and give me an answer, and you should give me answer. How will you give me answer? You will give me an answer by writing inside a paper, and what will be the answer of this particular OS directory, and you should write that answer and just give it just take a snap and just upload inside the WhatsApp group. Then only I can give you an attendance, otherwise I will not give you attendance. Okay, so now we are going to the next one, that is os.path.is file. This is, if the path is a regular one, that will return a true value. So while if you are executing, you can see what will be the result. Next one is os.path.is directory of path. That is if the directory, that is if it is the path is inside an existing directory. That is why I have already mentioned that you should use that particular one that you have used inside your system. You should not use another dummy directory or something like that, or the another dummy path name, because if you are using the original path name, that is the existing path, then you can get the result as true. Okay, next one is the link, that is os.path.eslink. So it will refers to the directory entry, that's symbolic link. This will give you a true value itself, because the directory is not at all particularly linking to anyone, so it will always give a true value itself. Next one is os.path.isMount, that is this will return a mount point, that is the top button, top of the file system, that is whether the file has mounted. If the file is mounted, then it will return a different true value. Mounted mean by if you are combining any of the two different files or folders, then it is called as mounted. So according to your particular, that is now I am not mounting any system, so I will not get a true value, it will be false value itself. Next, I can join the two path, that is os.path.join path1, path2, etc. So here I am going to join the two path to single one. So I can join two path. Okay, next one is the norm case, that is this will normalize the case of the path, that is it will return the same path, that is the normalization, this absolutized value, these all are same in meaning, that is the words are different but the meaning is same. So normalized value and absolute value is approximately same values. Okay, next one is os.path.normal path of path. Okay, that is what we have discussed earlier. os.path.real path, that is this will give you the real file name, that is the specified file name, whether if suppose if it contains any symbolic values or something like that, it will remove the symbolic values and it will give you the real path name, that is the real values. Okay, next one is os.path.real path, that is the relative file path. Okay, that is whether if they are using inside a directory or inside a directory and inside another folder, something like that. If it is a subfolder or if it is a subfolder like that, then it will give you the relative file path. Okay. Next one is the os.path.same file, that is if both the file name that is refers to the same content, then will return the true. If both the file return to the different content, it will return it as false. Next one is the open file content, that is if there are some file descriptors, and it will return the file values as true. And okay, this one we will study later, that what are the file descriptors, and another concept we will discuss it later. Okay, after studying about the file and file descriptors, we can study about this particular one, that is the same file and the same file open file. Okay, next one is that, okay, different tuples file. Okay, tuples file means that this will represent the two different rows of that particular file name. Okay, next one is the split. You can just blindly say that how will you split the two components, that is here we have mentioned about a head and tail, that is head is the topmost portion of that particular text file and tail will be the bottommost portion of the particular head file. Okay, sorry, particular text file. And next one is a split drive. So here we will derive it into a different pairs of languages. So here you should not specify any examples for that, just this question will be just blindly explain about these different directories. So if you know about more, then only you can write it. That's why you should do that, then only you will be get familiar. If I am doing that, you people will not be familiar with all these one. So I will so that is why I am telling you people to just do that and just see what will be the output of that these particular codes. Then only you will remember that yes, at that time teacher told me to do that, so I have done that. Then only I can what you will remember at your exam time what will be the output of that particular one. Okay, next one is a split text. Split text is the same, that is you are splitting the text into a different pairs. Okay, next one is the last one, that is the os.path.walk and os.path.split truncation. That is Path, I have already mentioned that what is the use of that path function that is in a system directory. The same is used inside this directory also. That is, they are just calling the different arguments from the each directory. Okay. Next one is a split of truncation. So this one is not for your use. This is for Unix, but you should just study. You should just understand what is the meaning of this one. This will split the path pair into two types. Like you should just what you should understand only this much, because this split truncation is mainly used in the Unix system, not in the Windows system. So these are the 30 different types of directory. So I hope this video is clear. If you have any doubt, you can ask it inside the group, and I will be available from 3 to 4. And I am just asking you people to do this one, to execute this code, and what will be the output. You should give me the output, that is you should write inside a paper, and after that take a snap, and after that upload inside the group. Then only you will get attendance. Okay, you should do this, then only it will be clear for you. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Okay, thank you so much.